Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've really done a video like this in which, I just talk over some gameplay, just going on in the background for absolutely no reason. Um, but basically, I really wanted to talk about some stuff that just changing wise and stuff that's, maybe different with the channel here going forward. Um, but it's nothing bad necessarily, but it's mostly about what I plan on from this channel. So first off, uh, 280 subscribers is absolutely insane. I'm still surprised that I've really gotten 280 subs. Um, my main goal is, of course, for everybody to be able to have a zombie channel in which they could just watch zombie content, enjoy themselves, relax, see something that they possibly have not been able to watch before, and everything like that. Zombie challenges, if somebody is unsure about a zombie challenge or is nervous about a zombie challenge, you know, they can just see what I'm doing and go, hey, I think I can do that, and just hop on into a zombie game and just do the exact same thing that I'm doing essentially, and cool stuff like that. But the main reason for me doing YouTube, just of course I've been doing it for a while now, but I stopped doing it. I was off and on doing it and whatnot. But pretty much as of right now, my priorities have changed since the beginning of June. And to be honest with you, I am pushing a little bit more harder for YouTube in order for me to make it, you know, a source of income for myself. Simply because it will be easier if I was to do that, and so then I could be home more with my daughter essentially. And that's kind of what I want the most. When I had to go back to work from paternity leave, it was very difficult for me, and it still is very difficult for me to leave my house every day. And there are harder times. There are harder times and there are easy times, but at the end of the day, like I I really wish that I could be home, and I personally want to uh, just spend more time and raise, just be with her most of the time, and that's my goal, and that's what I really want. And honestly, I'm pushing so hard more now with YouTube, just so I can be home with her more, and that's my main goal. I've been working overnight at Walmart now for the last almost 4 years now. I've been working overnight, and as decent amount of money as I make with that job, I I find myself like burnt out kind of with the job. I'm tired of doing it. Um, and this has been my dream job for the longest time now, and I'm trying to my best to make it a reality. And I really just wanted to do this voiceover video just because I've had this kind of built up for a long time, and I every time that I've jumped into it and done it, I lose confidence every time. And I'm not trying to be, you know, feel sorry for me, whatever. I just wanted to be open about it because I looked into hiring, you know, an editor for my channel and everything, because I had fallen under the issue of, I record 3 to 5 videos on the days that or like on one of the days that I'm off. I record the videos, whichever, and I try my best to edit it throughout the week and release it. But the problem is that the one box challenge video, for instance, I have not been able to work on it at all because I've been working on the other videos that I want to make sure I get out, because I want to make sure I get out the videos every 2 to 4 days at least. And a lot of times it's hard to find time to do that, especially when of course I have to go to my main full-time job and everything. And it probably sounds like so terrible because because like it's a job I've worked at for the longest time, but my I don't mind the job. I definitely don't mind the job at all, but there always comes a time where you just want to do something else particularly, and this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. So I'm trying my best to keep a decent upload schedule, at least like a video every few days or so, and so that I could try to do that. But my problem is most of the time is the algorithm mostly. Like sometimes like I'll do a video and then it'll do really really well, then you guys really enjoy it, and then all of a sudden I can do another one and it gets like 10 or 20 views or whatever. And I don't understand the algorithm sometimes. I'm still trying to figure it out mostly. But at the end of the day, um, I'm mostly doing it, of course, for my fiance and for my daughter because I want them to have the best life possible. Especially my daughter. I want her to have the life that I didn't have. Essentially, like I just want her to be able to do a lot of stuff, and I want to be there for her for events like later on in the future and everything. And because like, I mean, I'll give you a straight up example, of course, like from Walmart per se. I was in talks to get a promotion, and I was looking into it back in January to get promoted from like team lead to a coach, pretty much. That's Walmart's like an assistant manager, basically. And that was back in January. And I went in for an interview. I got approved. Like a week or so later, I was approved for a spot. And after I sat down and I just was thinking so hard about it, and I decided that I honestly didn't. I didn't think I wanted it after I had gotten through and I applied for the position and I got denied. And it was because it was one day I didn't get a lot of sleep, and I was up for about 20 some hours, and I got reamed at work because I didn't finish. My team didn't finish like working freight at nighttime, and that's kind of has been implanted in me and has stayed with me for the longest time. And recently we got reamed again for not finishing stuff before a day before a walk or whatever, and I took the whole the entirety of the yelling. I took, even though most of it wasn't like the first thing I was yelled at about wasn't even something that was my area to even focus on. So my name pretty much gets tainted every time that I do something decent to where my name goes up. It gets tainted every time, and it feels like I just get pushed down lower and lower every time. But and the funny thing is that I already talked about not doing the job, not going up higher than where I'm at right now because of the fact that I have a daughter now. And I mentioned that I didn't want to do that, and I got questioned a lot, like why wouldn't I want to advance my career? Because for a coach, it's salary management, which means that you don't get paid by the hour, and you get if I would have to work about 45 to 50 hours a week, possibly maybe even more sometimes, with no overtime pay, and get paid the same amount, which yes, the pay is just a little bit more than what I make already now. And the bonuses every year is actually pretty good for Walmart employees for salary management and higher. But the problem is that I feel like I would not be able to spend much time with my daughter. And that was my problem. Because if she grows up and is in school and has like an event or something and she really wants me to go to it, I wouldn't be able to go. I wouldn't be able to do that because I have to be at Walmart. And I don't want my life to revolve around Walmart. I'm still 25 years old, and I said I don't want my life to revolve around it. I'm fine with the job I'm doing at the moment, but I don't want it to revolve around that because I want to be home. Like right now, I'm off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. I'm off 3 nights a week, and I work 4 nights, 8:30 to 7:30, and I get to see her most of the time. But my fiance is going back to work here in a couple of days now, and it's going to be hard for both of us because we're looking into getting somebody to watch her and everything, but we're both under the same boat that we kind of want to be there for her, and we want to teach her stuff like ourselves without having somebody else to do it. Like, we definitely don't mind it. It's just that we want to be there for her 90% of the time, because a lot of times we feel like our parents weren't there for us most of the time, and we just don't want to. Every parent feels this way. Probably. I don't know. I don't know how other people feel, but we don't want her to think that we abandoned her. Whatever. But that's just the way we feel, and honestly, it's just what I've been holding in for some time, and I just thought about getting it out there. Of why I'm like doing it, or if you guys think, oh, why is he pushing so hard and such, it's just because of this reason. That's it. I seriously just want to stay home more, you know, with my daughter and whatnot, and making this my livelihood would be an absolute dream come true for me. So like, and I definitely do enjoy playing custom maps and playing zombie maps and everything. And like when Black Ops 6 comes around, I definitely plan on releasing releasing something for Black Ops 6 and whatnot. But anyways, I honestly think that's probably about it that I wanted to do. But pretty much, like, I don't want to, I'm still going to be working at, Walmart and everything, in the meantime, because, I got to make a livelihood somehow in the meantime. But honestly, YouTube is where I want to do things at, and it's what I really want to do. And literally, as I said, only because I want to be able to stay home more with my daughter, and I feel like I'd be able to have more time to definitely edit and record stuff. And I talked about, I was in talks with hiring an editor and whatnot, and because it would make it a lot easier, but sometimes it's a little harder to ask about editing and stuff, because as long as they do it in the way that you kind of see yourself editing, pretty much, you don't know how they're going to work out until it ends up happening and whatnot. But I think my biggest fear, though, is that something will happen and then I won't be here. That's just my main concern mostly. But anyways, that's all I got, really. I just wanted to open up with you guys. I haven't done it in a while, and just want to let you guys know that. But thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.